Terry Hatcher and the Kooks with Jonathan Ross at 10:35. Now on BBC One as the World Cup gets going, here's a game we can't resist.
A magnificent setting, two great teams. What drama here?
It's Wright for Arsenal. Ian Wright yet again.
What a shot, Max, what a shot.
Not good. Absolute Bobby Dazzler.
Hey, look at that!
And here comes Hurt. He's got some people on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now.
Hello and welcome to a special edition of They Think It's All Over. Sports news this week. Ruud van Nistelrooy's escape from Old Trafford suffers a setback.
That's out of order, man. Oh,
And there's a chilling insight into how Rory McGrath spends his spare time. With Boris and Sean this week is a World Cup legend who played under the great Brian Clough. In fact, after one of Brian's famous long lunches, Cloughie said he was his all-time favourite two strikers. It's Tony Woodcock. With Ian and Rory this week is a young star of EastEnders who is also a county-level swimmer, a basketball player and a massive Arsenal fan. So imagine his excitement to be sitting alongside his all-time hero, Rory McGrath. It's James Alexandrou. We start the show with the World Cup question. Ian, Rory and James, have a look at these German World Cup highlights. But why has the German coach, Jürgen Klinsmann, incurred the wrath of some of the German government? Ian's team.
Can I just say how exciting it is to have such an Arsenal-flavoured show tonight?
Yeah.
One of the all-time greats, Ian Wright, the second highest scorer at Arsenal.
Why do you keep doing that?
Are you going to score more goals than Thierry Henry now, then?
Is that below the belt? Could you kick me any further up the bollocks? Or...
Let's just wait and see. James Scott's a great Arsenal fan, and Tony Woodcock of Led Zeppelin.
Wherever I go, everyone says Robert Plant, but I say son of Robert Plant.
All right. And also, having you on the show means I now have the second most old-fashioned haircut on television. It looks good, actually.
You're pushing the word haircut there a bit, Rory. Ian, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What do you think of Theo Walcott playing?
I'm pleased for Theo to be like that age and get into the...
We're all
England.
pleased for him. But what do you think of him being in the squad?
There's something happening here. The Da Vinci Cody kind of thing with... He hasn't played for Arsenal.
That's what gets on my nerves, because the fact is I've never played for England or played in the Premiership, and I didn't even get a look at.
I can't believe it.
What do you think about
weird.
the fact that other people have been overlooked for Theo Walcott, like plucking a name out of thin air? Sean...
Theo Walcott is not taking Sean's place in that squad.
Is it like when your kid gets left out of the school team? Can you take him round and see the headmaster, like, just go and see Sven and tell him off?
Maybe me and Sean should maybe pop around to Sven's and just go and...
How would that conversation go?
You knock on his door, 4 o'clock in the morning. Nancy, go and get a change of underpants for me, would you?
It's nice to watch the World Cup all together as a family, though. That's the bright side of it. I think what happened was, Sven said to Arsene, who would you take to the World Cup? He said, Theo, he's a lovely lad, you know. I don't mean playing him, just having him around in the hotel. Just getting me drinks, trying to sell it over. He can't go in the team bath unless he's accompanied by an adult. Tony, how many goals did you score for him?
Good question. I think about 16.
16 goals.
About? What do you mean about?
I know exactly.
It always goes to the wrong place. If I score for him, I'd know exactly.
16, and there was a few in the car park, and there was a few on the...
What's the question?
Yeah, Jürgen Klinsmann incurred the wrath of some of the German government. And why was that?
Boris, you know, I know, just want to ask,
Please.
Would
free.
Germany ever consider having anybody other than their own, like, countrymen managing their country?
Well, it depends on the World Cup. You know, Jürgen Klinsmann, he's living in California now, and the Germans don't like that. They like.
Why not? What's wrong with that?
Well, because he doesn't spend the grey, cold winters in Germany. He prefers the sunshine. He has the easier life.
I know, but you don't live in Germany either, Boris, do you?
Well, I live close by. I live in Switzerland. And the winters are as long.
That's the nearest you can live to Germany without paying their taxes.
Basically.
But would they? Just because he's living in California?
Well, Jürgen Klinsmann was the 5th pick because the first 4 said no.
Don't tell me they were going for Steve McLaren. I think we've been lucky that Boris gave the answer. He lives in California. He doesn't know enough about German football. He doesn't spend enough time there.
It's the right answer. Members of the German government were unhappy with Jürgen Klinsmann because he lived in America rather than his native Germany. Apparently, he manages the German team from California using the internet. Fair enough, the FA found Steve McLaren on lastminute.com.
I like it.
Boris, Sean and Tony, it's a tennis question for you. Have a look at this. Summer's nearly here, and that can only mean rain and Wimbledon. But a row has erupted in which the home of tennis has been blasted by the women's players. But what's their beef, Boris's team?
It's about money, isn't it? Something to do with money.
It's usually with women. It's about money.
They're not happy about money, the lady tennis players.
I think it's money and time, actually, how much that's doing for the money, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you agree, Boris?
Well, first of all, they're not really happy. It doesn't matter whether it's money or it's something else. You know, women tennis players, their struggle all those years in Wimbledon was that obviously they want equal prize money.
Yeah.
But in order to deserve equal prize money, you have to play as long, even in the first couple of rounds.
But I'm crap at tennis. It'd take me about 5 hours to play a game. I could earn a fortune. But do you think the women should get the same money as the men?
They actually get a little bit less than them. We're talking 10%. We're talking a couple of pounds.
10% of your prize money is not £2, is it? But there is an argument that women's tennis is more exciting.
Well, it's definitely louder, isn't it? It's definitely louder, Boris.
Yeah, they grunt.
Yeah, there's a lot of grunting going off on court.
I like the grunting.
And
I like grunting.
I'm happy to pay extra for that.
Yeah.
I like,
Well, they grunt because the men don't need to grunt. The women need to grunt because that's how hard they need to hit the ball. It's an amazing noise, though, isn't it?
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's like a lorry driver having a crap when she hits the ball. I've heard it in cubicles in service stations.
Did ever anybody actually heard it live?
What, a shit?
No. Sharapova's grunt. Because every time she hits a banger forward, any stroke, she goes, ah!
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that loud.
Sorry, do it again. I didn't hear it. Say again, look, Boris.
And that she's not the only one.
Do the noise
We need
again.
the noise again.
What's the noise again?
Ah! Oh. It's that loud.
I can't believe she does it that camp, to be honest with you.
Depends on the stroke. She does it back and slides, it's a bit, less loud.
So what if she done a drop shot? Will she go, oh?
No, she...
She goes...
Because then I can start really watching tennis.
What noise does she make if she's moving a piano up some stairs?
But there's a couple of the women who should get paid the same as men because they look like men. They're quite butchish, like Maresmo.
Who do you mean?
And she's openly gay. She's a wonderful lady. She plays great tennis, actually. But she likes a bit on the...
Boris. Boris,
You're physically turning them around, aren't you?
Exactly.
Well, that's the thing, is what they're going to spend the money. Well, it's extra money. They're going to spend it on a couple of K.D. Lang albums and some Dr. Martin.
So, come on then, Boris's team. What's the beef with the female players?
They want equal prize money.
They want equal prize money is the right answer.
Well done, Boris.
Yes, it's all down to money. The top women players are furious they're being paid less than the men and have accused Wimbledon of having Victorian attitudes. The men's single champion will pick up £655,000, whilst the winner of the women's singles will only get a miserly £625,000.
That's what I mean. Just a little...
A little snippet. After 84 years, Wimbledon's centre court is getting a facelift. They're saving money by using the same building firm that's doing Sue Barker.
Oh.
Although women players may have a fair point about the prize money, lady tennis players do supplement their income in other ways. For example, during the winter, Lindsay Davenport plays prop forward for the Leeds Rhinos. At the end of that round, Ian's team has 3 points and Boris's team has 4. Before we move on, a sharp-eyed viewer spotted this picture in an old World Cup album. Go on, explain yourself, Rory. OK, we crack on with the treble, where sports personalities and teams are matched with things to which they have a connection. Ian, Rory and James, your subject for the treble is inspirations, and your 3 are... the beefy Yanks and Canadians of the Oxford University rowing crew, England manager for a day, Lewis Big Phil Scolari, and Freddie, Vaughan, Peterson-y and the rest of the England cricket team. But which one is inspired by Johnny Cash? Who finds motivation in the washing up? And who's been inspired by Al Pacino, Ian's team?
Phil Scolari, who actually turned down the best job in football. I was wondering what Steve McLaren must have thought when Brian Barwick and the FA officials turned up on his doorstep, you know, after we had 48 hours of Phil Scolari and said, Steve, we've made a decision.
We went to ask Phil Scolari.
Yeah, we've been to Lisbon just to check you out. And he says you're the man for the job.
Which would be your first choice for England manager? In a perfect world, you can decide.
Me, Lindsay Dawn McKenzie.
My choice... You know what, because they picked McLaren, I'm behind McLaren. It's not a problem. Like,
I know that, but it sounds all right. But in a perfect world, who would you pick?
I would have went for Sam Allardyce, personally.
Sam Allardyce? Sam Allardyce? Why do you get Mike bloody Bassett? Sam Allardyce?
He needs an adjective, doesn't he? You've got Big Sam Allardyce, Big Phil. What are we going to call Steve?
Steve the Chair McLaren, because he sits in the chairs every now and again.
That's true.
The most interesting thing about him.
Steve the Chair?
Yeah, occasionally Steve sits in a chair. Yeah. He's a bit of a character, you know.
He stands up as well, as well as he could on the floor.
That's what I mean,
Steve
he's a bit of a character.
Yeah.
You know, you can't read him, you know what he's going to do next. He's a nutter. That's what I think England needs, a nutter.
So, has anyone got any connections here for me?
Ring of Fire was a hit for Johnny Cash.
Correct.
Correct? Is it to do with Lasagna Gate, the Tottenham Hotspur?
The Diarrhea Gate.
You with the big white chef's hat, I'm guessing.
You know what,
their caterers are called Fred Gooner and Sons, apparently. Apparently there's a new helpline for Spurs, for fans who can't cope with the disastrous season they had. It's 0800 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0.
So, what are the connections here, please? Ian's team.
So Ring of Fire.
Ring of Fire is which one?
We think it's a jokey... What do you think? Now, let James answer.
But it's
Would it help if someone died in the square? James, someone's died in the square.
So then there's Martin.
I'm getting confused again now, sorry.
Michelle went to America, Mark died of AIDS. Martin.
Come on, James, tell us the answer.
Leave it out.
I ain't got all freaking day.
Freaking?
Who's gonna buy me matches?
James, I think the cricket team are the only ones that I can connect with India at all, and Ring of Fire.
Oh, that's true, yeah, good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Burning bumholes. So.
Should we do...
Did Phil Scolari do a washing up liquid advert, didn't he?
You're not mixing them up with Nanette Newman again, are you?
Well, I presume the Oxford Yankees and...
Al Pacino with the rowing people.
Let's have a look at the right answer. In fact, the victorious Oxford rowing crew were inspired by Al Pacino's stirring speech in Any Given Sunday. Big Phil Scolari likes to help Mrs Scolari by doing the washing up and uses his time at the sink to ponder decisions and look for moments of inspiration. And the England cricket team were roused to victory over India after listening to Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire in the dressing room. 3 points.
Nice one.
Flintoff denied that the England side singing Ring of Fire was actually a comment on the after effect of the local Indian cuisine, although suspicions were aroused after England were also heard singing the Kenny Rogers classic hit, Pass Me That Bucket, My Arse Is Burning Like a Bastard. It was a thrilling Oxford-Cambridge boat race this year, setting a new record, just 0.3 of a second separating the start of the race and me turning it off. Boris, Sean and Tony, here are your 3 for the treble. Big hitting Ukrainian heavyweight champ Vladimir Klitschko. Chelsea's very own special one, Jose Mourinho. And still ranked #1 in Oxfordshire, Tiger Tin Henman. But which one of them finds comfort in ironing? Who was likened to a Venetian blind? And which one was terrified by a swan? Boris's team.
Well, everyone's scared of swans. You know, anyone who's really cocky with swans, nobody likes swans, do they? Swans break your arm. Everyone knows that.
Do they really?
With what?
I don't know. They managed to get it up there and.
Okay.
All right, I've got some bread in the cupboard. Come on. Mourinho, I don't think he's ever done any ironing. He's too special.
Yeah, the special one. I'm a big ironing fan. We've been discussing...
Have a go on your...
But you do a lot of ironing, do you?
Oh, I do, yeah.
Do you?
Oh, all the time.
You're saying it with too much enthusiasm, you pervert.
Do you stand in your living room with your curtains open in your pants as people walk past? Like
well, they're normally closed up to the first hour, then I
But
start
it's a very good
pulling them
excuse to... I'm not saying I want to expose myself to passers-by, but if you did, you've always got the excuse to go, no, I'm ironing.
Yeah. How are you, Boris? You an ironer?
No.
You ever ironed anything? Have you done anything manual in your life apart from tennis, be honest?
Well, I've done a few things manually, but not
let's not talk about that.
Have you ever been in an ironing cupboard or anything like that?
You're a Chelsea fan, aren't you?
I am a Chelsea
fan. What do you think of Mourinho?
Yeah.
What do you think of the special one?
What do you think? I think he's a little bit too special sometimes, you know.
And you supported Chelsea before they were very good.
That's the thing. If you're a Chelsea fan now, anyone, you could be in a shop buying some cigarettes and say, who do you support? You know, some old dear that's not interested in football. She'd say, oh, how long have you been a Chelsea fan?
No,
and I would say, about a week, you know. I thought, they've won the title, they sound great, yeah. Used to be a Sunderland fan, they've gone down.
Do you say, how long have you liked Murray Minch, you fickle bitch?
Yeah.
That's what I'd say. Yeah. It was Polo's last week, I was in here, I saw you.
Well, being an ironing fan, I'm going for Klitschko, yeah? I think he's a therapeutic, I think he's into psychology, and I think that's his thing, that's his game, ironing.
Hinman with either a blind or a swan in the conservatory.
But he keep missing, wouldn't he?
Yeah, keep missing.
He keep throwing it up and going.
Mourinho said something about bird flu, didn't he?
That's right, in an interview a few weeks ago. He was more worried about bird flu than the Chelsea result.
So what are you going for, Boris's team?
You go. Come on, Tone.
Klitschko with the iron. We think it's therapeutic. I think it relaxes him before fights. Mourinho with the swan. Speaking about more worried about bird flu disease than Chelsea results. And Tim Henman.
He's been likened to a blind, a Venetian blind.
OK, let's have a look at the answers. Tim Henman, once described in the Times as being as sexy as a Venetian blind. Vladimir Klitschko likes to unwind by doing his own ironing. And Jose Mourinho claimed in the Premiership run-in he was more frightened of a dead swan washed up in Scotland with bird flu than Manchester United. 3 points. Hang on, something deadly to humans that's washed up in Scotland. That's Roy Keane, isn't it? Since he became world champion, ironing fanatic Vladimir Klitschko has only been defeated twice. Once by South African Corrie Sanders and once by a ruffle-fronted silk dress shirt with 10% viscose and seersuckered cuffs.
Sorry.
At the end of that round, Ian's team has 9 points, Boris' team has 10. Time for the team to put on their masks now as we play Field the Sportsman. Boris and Sean, if you'd like to take positions.
Come on, boys.
Right.
Can I put your blindfolds on? Can we have our first mystery guest, please?
OK.
your time starts now.
All right, let's go.
So, this way. Yeah?
Go slowly, don't hit me. Oh,
what's that?
Someone very...
Jesus.
Oh, God.
What is it?
Someone...
Is it a spider or something?
Someone very...
Well, I've got something really long and fat like a sausage. And I've got a man's hands.
Oh, it's something hard.
Okay, lean here. Can you come and get me a can of beer? Oh, what's under here?
So, lots of muscles, man. Lots of muscles here.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, put it away, Boris.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, he's a
I
strong...
think that's his arm.
Where is he? Where is
Very
he?
veiny.
He's high. He's up.
What's he doing?
Where's he going?
I've got him.
He went
He's
over
wearing
there.
funny paint. What's he wearing?
Where is he now?
I know, he smells nice.
Let me go find him.
Smells nice.
I got him now. We're calling him.
See, I think it's some kind of gymnastic thing, isn't it?
You're very good.
Is it the pommel horse?
It is the right answer, but we need more.
It won a gold medal.
At
You know
least.
what?
A Commonwealth gold.
Is the correct answer.
Oh, well done!
Yes, it's Lewis Smith, current Commonwealth champion on pommel horse. OK. Ian and Rory, if you'd like to take your places, please.
Good luck, boys.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, mate.
Unbelievable. Blindfold's on. Can we have our second mystery guest, please? The time starts now.
It's a huge round of applause, so it wasn't Steve McLaren, obviously.
What's going on?
Oh, what's that? Hey. Who was that?
Rory, is this you?
No. It's someone who looks like me, Ian. What the hell is going on? I touched something and then...
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Jesus, what's
What's
this?
going on? Jesus, man, look at the
What's this?
size of
I've
him.
got a big bloke in a uniform.
Oh, God, look at his arm.
That's not his arm.
Can I...
What's this?
Careful.
What's this? He's wearing a skirt.
I want to come this side now.
No, don't think much of the legs.
Rory, is that...
What's up there holding something? Where are you?
Time's running out.
I know what it is, but I can't get to feel it.
Ian! Ian!
What's wrong, Rory?
It's something you're never going to get hold of, ever.
Have you taken your blindfold off?
It's the World Cup.
Don't
Ian.
lie.
It's the World Cup. It's the right answer.
Come on, let me just have a... Can't get a picture of me.
Ladies and gentlemen, the World Cup. Hey, it's all right, lads. You can leave it here.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
At the end of that round, Ian's team has 12 points and Boris' team has 13 points. We finished the show with the name game. The team in front goes first, which means Sean will be giving the clues.
Okay.
Good luck, Sean.
Let's do it, Sean. Explain
Okay.
slowly here for the
Take your
Germans.
And your time starts now.
Quick enough.
Nice and slowly.
Current New England manager.
Too fast.
McLaren.
Yeah. It's a tennis player, Spanish.
Nadal.
Yeah.
Nadal.
First name.
Rafael Nadal.
Yeah. Wayne. Oh no, sorry. Rooney's first name.
Wayne.
Oh, you can't give him that. You
What's
can't
American
give him
for a
that,
pig?
Lee.
What do the Americans call pig?
Sow.
Squeal like a.
Sau, German.
Yeah, but what's American? What do they call
Swine.
it? Well, like
Swine.
A toilet. Slang for a toilet.
I know.
Slang for a toilet.
This
I'm going
one.
to the
Hog.
Hog. Yeah,
Hog.
Wayne Hogg. German football manager of Scotland. Not very popular in Scotland. Everyone hates him.
Fox.
Yeah. Mental player for Blackburn and Wales. Got hair like yours.
Savage.
Yeah.
First name?
Robbie.
First name.
Robbie.
Not you, Sean.
First name's probably your sheets are probably a bit like this, and your pants, and everything in your life. So she's a German luge. German girl. It's something sort of rough. It's
Smooth.
Smooth.
it's smooth, but if it's smooth, it's made from caterpillars. Caterpillars make it.
Weich.
What?
It's German for smooth, but go on.
No, but what are caterpillars?
Zaid.
No, what are caterpillars? No, they don't make butterflies. They also make something else,
Boris.
don't they?
Zaida, is it?
A fabric, a material.
Silk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her second name is a classic German name. It's like Grotto without the GR.
You're not mixing up with a silk word by any chance,
What? Silke Otto.
Yes.
Olko, Silke Otto.
Yes. Argentinian player. First name.
Mario.
Like the singer
Kempis.
Richie.
Lionel.
Yeah. Second name. If you tip a load of stuff.
Messi.
on-
Messi, Lionel Messi.
Yeah. And
Not bad. That's good.
Not bad.
Okay, Ian's team, you need 9 points to win. It's Rory to give the clues.
9 points, no chance.
Come on.
And your time starts now.
Big Brazilian.
Phil Scolari.
Thank you.
Quick, Rory.
Okay, snooker champion. It's a small speck.
Dot. Graham Dot.
Yeah, very good indeed.
Quick.
Horse. Used to play for Manchester United.
Ruben Nistelrooy.
Okay. Scotland's new tennis hope.
Andy Murray.
Very good. Liverpool player. Legend. He's a scouser. He's got a plaster on his nose, and he, you know, and he sounds like
Robbie Fowler.
Very good indeed. This is firstly a Swazi boxer. Just shout out the Swazi boxers, you know. Okay. Okay. Think of a sponge cake, a spiral sponge cake.
Swiss roll.
Yes. And the second name is, you know, when you're sneezing, you try not to sneeze. You go.
Swallow it.
Do it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do it.
That's not a word.
Correct. It's a Boston Red Sox player. Imagine a potato-based snack, thinly sliced. Comes in a bag. Salted. Chris. Imagine a chocolate-flavoured Chris. It's flavoured chocolate because it's got this powder on it. You drink it late at night.
Cocoa Chris.
Very good indeed. This is an Australian sprinter. Same name as the bloke who hangs around with gorillas. You know, and I'm standing in the mountains of Borneo. Yeah. First name is Richard. You know, country western singer, something Gale. Crystal. Amber, yeah. This is a British trap shooter.
The end of the round, the end of the game. Let's have a look at the final scores. Ian's team has 19 points. Boris's team has 20. So, thanks to Ian, Rory and James, Boris, Sean and Tony. My name's Lee Mack. Goodbye.
So tomorrow is the big day, England's first game in the World Cup against Paraguay. Cheer the boys on and see the build-up and the whole game live from 12:40 here on BBC One. Over on BBC Two now, I'm sure they hate football. Mind you, what do they like? Oh yes, moaning. The grumpy old women.